Welcome to Yoga with Amanda. I will be doing a 7-part series breaking down the chakras. There are 7 chakras that start from the root to the crown of our head that are different energy bodies that allow us to move our body to stretch and grow and ask some deeper questions around each section of our body. Hope you join me for all 7, and I'll see you on the mat. Welcome back to Yoga with Amanda, part 2. We're going through the chakra series, and today is the 2nd chakra. This is the place it is in the body is near the base of your spine. Our previous class was the root chakra, and that was emphasizing our feet in contact with the earth. The 2nd chakra is more of a water element, the fluidity, moving our pelvis and our pelvic bowl in a nice free way, and moving our hips and low back. I know a lot of you have a lot of stiffness there, and maybe there's some trauma or some things that are just like, oh, it doesn't feel right. But today we're just going to meet our bodies where they are. We are going to move as freely as our bodies allow, and notice if anything comes up for you. So if things come up, then just sit with it. Stay curious. So we are going to find ourselves in a nice, comfortable position. As I spoke about last week, you can have a yoga block. You can sit on a blanket, a bolster, a couple towels. If you find yourself collapsing, especially when you sit, you collapse into this posture. We want to have a nice lifted spine. So if sitting on something helps you get there, I enjoy it. It feels nicer for me because it allows my hips to stay above my knees and have an easy lift of my spine. Wherever you decide to sit, or however your legs are out in front of you, or crossed, or in this Sukhasana or easy pose position, you can find yourself there. So we'll ground down through wherever you're sitting on, lift up through the spine. Good. Take a moment and just check in with your body. Just notice what's in contact with the mat. Notice your spine and see if you can soften your face. You take the tension between the eyebrows or soften your jaw. Good. And we'll take a big breath in and a big breath out. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up overhead, touch the fingertips together, and bring the hands to heart center, bowing your chin to your chest. I'm going to read the affirmations for this chakra, our 2nd chakra. I love and enjoy my body. I have healthy boundaries. I am open to experiencing the present moment through my senses. I am passionate. I feel pleasure and abundance with every breath I take. I know how to take care of my needs. I value and respect my body. Emotions are the language of my soul. I am at peace. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Beautiful. You can release the hands. Now, if you're sitting on a prop, you can move it down. We're going to walk the feet out wide with the knees bent. So you can bring your feet out on either side of the mat. Lean back into your hands. We're going to lift the chest up and knock the knees together. You're going to begin to windshield wiper the legs, just feeling into the hips, getting some internal and external rotation of the hips, feeling into our pelvis, our sacrum. You can make the movement big and look over your shoulder for a nice twist. Or you can make the movement small, especially if those hips feel a little stuck in the joints. It's nice to get some fluidity, some blood flow, some synovial fluid into the joints. Good. Now we'll extend the legs out in front. You can bend the knees if your hamstrings are really tight. You can press into the hands and lift the shoulders over your hips as best you can. If you're leaning back a little, that's okay. Again, you can really bend those knees, especially if your hamstrings are tight. We're gonna inhale, reach the arms up overhead, and exhale, fold forward into a seated forward fold. Straight off, my hamstrings are kind of tight, so I like to bring my hands underneath, just give them kind of like a little hug, so it feels like a little bit of a stretch, but it's not so intense. So we're gonna hold this for a couple rounds of breath, and then we're gonna flow. So the second chakra is really about moving, fluid flow. So we're gonna find some dancey rhythm today. So here we're gonna inhale, reach the arms up high, and exhale, fold forward. We're gonna do that 3 more times. Inhale, reach high. Doesn't matter how far you go. We're just moving with our breath. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, reach high. And exhale, fold forward. Good. Inhale, come back up, bend the knees. We're gonna move into a reverse table position. So plant the feet down, lean back into the hands. If the wrists don't feel great being back behind you, find a spot that feels okay for your wrists. So we're gonna lift our hips up. We're just gonna flow here. So inhale, lift up, maybe tip the head back, and exhale, lower. 2 more times. Inhale, lift high as you feel comfortable, and exhale, lower. 1 more, inhale, and exhale. Beautiful. You can cross the legs and tip the weight forward. We're gonna move into a tabletop position. So you can stack the shoulders over the wrists and the hips over the knees, finding that beautiful flat back, pulling the belly in, drawing the crown of the head forward. We're gonna move through a few cat-cow. Inhale as you drop the belly down, lift the head up, moving through the spine, waking up the spine. Exhale, tuck the chin and round, pressing the shoulder blades up towards the ceiling. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the head. And exhale, tuck the chin and round. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Now we're going to move around a little bit, shaking the hips, maybe shimmy the shoulders, maybe roll the ribs around. There's no right or wrong way. We're just kind of loosening up the spine, waking up the pelvis, opening up our hips. Maybe you look back at one heel and then the other. Maybe you need to roll out the wrists for a second or drop into child's pose. I invite you to close your eyes and just feel into your body and just move in a way that kind of works out the kinks. Good. Then come back to center, finding a neutral spine, pulling the belly in. We're going to extend the right leg out to the side. So the toes should be pointing forward. Good. You may feel a nice stretch on the inner thigh. If that feels like a pretty intense stretch, just stay there. If you're okay to deepen it, we're going to inhale and drop the belly here, lift the head up, and exhale, tuck the chin and round the spine. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Come back to a neutral spine. Keep the right leg straight, and you're going to swing it back behind you. You could keep it supported there with the toes on the ground, or you could lift it up. If you lift it up, make sure you're not lifting too high. You want to keep the thigh parallel to the ground. You can either point the toes or flex the toes, but stay active in that leg. Pull the lower belly in, and then extend the left hand out in front of you. If this feels like work, it is. It's not as easy as it looks. Good. So keep that lower belly pulled in. Then we're going to extend the fingertips out in front, extend the back foot, and then exhale, tuck the chin and round the spine. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale to find length, Exhale, drop the hand down. Now listen, we're gonna take that right foot to the outside of the right hand, okay, on the side of the mat. Walk the hands out a little bit, then we're gonna lower the pelvis down. Good. If that doesn't feel good for you or you need to bring the ground up to you, I love having a block, but you don't even need blocks. You could get a heavy book, something just to lift the ground up to you. We're on the pinky edge of the right foot. The knee is dropping out past the ankle, and lower your pelvis down towards the floor as much as your body allows. Again, you can come up onto the wrists or on the fists if your wrists aren't feeling great either. It's a nice position. Good. If this is feeling awesome and you want to go lower, you could bring your forearms down to the ground. It's called lizard pose. So one thing to watch out for though is that your pelvis isn't rotating back. I'm exaggerating. You want to keep driving the right hip forward. So you feel a nice stretch in your left hip flexor, your right inner thigh. There's a lot of sensation happening. It's normal. But if it doesn't feel like it's therapeutic, come out of it. Like you can come up a little higher, that feels nice. Or maybe don't go as deep down, lift the hips up a little bit. I'm gonna stay here for one more breath. Beautiful. So come up onto the hands if you're not there already. Plant the left hand down and reach the right arm high. We're gonna twist open here. Big breath in. Big breath out. Option to stretch that back leg. You can reach the right fingertips back for the foot or the ankle if that's available to you. Some of you won't be able to touch the foot and you can just reach back in space. That's perfect. Big breath in. Big breath out. Release the foot. Plant both hands down to the inside of the right. Heel toe that foot in. We're going to curl the left toes to lift the knee and turn all 10 toes towards the left edge of the mat. Good. Step the feet in alignment with each other. We're going to inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. The fingertips down in alignment with the arches, or you can grab opposite elbows. You can also grab the pinky edges of the feet and bend the elbows. Let the head feel heavy. I invite you to bend one knee and straighten the other as you gently rock side to side. Again, we're really stretching into the hips, pelvic bowl, the sacrum, low back. Big breath in. Big breath out. Good. Plant your left hand down in front of your face. You can also elevate it, bringing it up onto a block. If you have it or whatever prop you have, planting your hand down, and we're going to twist open, reaching that right arm open. Nice stretch in the left inner thigh, twisting. Just got to pop in my back. Take a big breath in and exhale, release, bringing the right hand down. Inhale, reach the left arm high. Nice big twist. You want to stay as open in the chest as you can. Ground down through the feet. Big breath in. Exhale, release. One movement, one breath. Inhale, reach the right arm high. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach the left arm high. And exhale, lower. Beautiful. You can keep both hands down. Remove the prop if you have it. Turn all 10 toes towards the front of the mat. Drop the left knee down onto the earth and bring the right knee back. Good. Stack the hands back under the shoulders. Let's take one cat-cow to recenter the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the head. Exhale, tuck the chin and round the spine. Good. Come back to a neutral position and we're going to extend the left leg. So that left foot's going to go out to the side, toes pointing towards the front of the mat. Take a moment and just ground down there. Allow the femur to drop down slightly towards the earth, feeling that nice stretch in the inner thigh. Again, if that feels like a big stretch, just stay there. Otherwise, we'll inhale, drop the belly, lift the head. Exhale, tuck the chin and round the spine. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Come back to a neutral spine. Swing that left leg back behind you. Engage your lower abdominals first. Maybe you stay there with the foot down, or maybe you lift it ever so slightly. Extend the right hand like you're shaking someone's hand, but keep the shoulders rooted back in place. We're gonna be here for a moment. It's a really intense core exercise. It's hard to keep the leg and the arm lifted. It's called spinal balance, a little tricky. Okay, we'll take a big breath in to find length. Exhale, pull the elbow and knee together, tuck the chin and round the spine. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to find length. Set the right hand down. Remember, we're going to step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Walk the hands out about a hand print. Come onto the pinky edge of the left foot, dropping that left knee past the ankle, and then drop your pelvis down, lift your chest up. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you bring the forearms down onto a block or on the floor. Make sure you're not rotating your pelvis. You want to keep your hip points in alignment moving forward. And there's a lot of sensation here. I invite you to deepen your breath. You can turn on your Ujjayi breath, breathing in through your nose. Seal your lips and breathe out through your nose. So there's like a little hollow in the back of the throat. Keeps a little vibration, so it keeps warmth in your body. It also helps you calm and stay aware of your breath, especially when you're moving through postures that may be challenging or may provoke a lot of sensation. Good. One more big breath in. Big breath out. We're going to walk back up onto our hands. Remove the prop if you have it. Plant the right hand down firmly, and we're going to twist open. Big twist. Sometimes with the twist, you may feel something in your neck. Totally fine to look down or look forward. Just find a spot that doesn't feel like it's overextending the cervical spine. Okay, you could stay right here. You could reach that left hand back, maybe bend the right foot. You can grab onto the foot or ankle if that's available to you. If not, no worries. Big breath in. Big breath out. Release the foot, no slingshots, nice and easy. We're gonna bring both hands to the inside of the left foot and move into a wide leg forward fold. You're gonna curl the back toes to lift the knee and turn all 10 toes towards the right edge of your mat. So again, maybe we choose a different variation. Maybe you take your 2 peace fingers and hook onto your thumbs to bend your elbows to deepen this. The knees can be bent, especially if you're feeling really tight in your hamstrings or low back. You can also have a prop in front of you to bring the ground up to you. Settle in here, or wide leg forward fold. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Good. We're going to release the hands or bring them back to center and walk both hands and to the back. Well, we're going to take both hands around the left leg. Here we go. So we're going to bring the nose towards the knee and just kind of twist in this way, get a little twist in the spine. And then release the hands. And we're going to wrap our hands around the right leg, bringing the nose towards the knee as best you can. Good. Let's do one more time on each side. Wrapping the hands around the left leg. Drop that right shoulder down. You get a nice stretch in the low back. And one more time on the other side. Good. Come back to center. We're going to turn all 10 toes towards the front of the room.
or towards the front of your mat, and step the back foot forward to meet the front. We're going to move into our half sun salutations. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the head and chest, reach the arms up overhead, and exhale, hands to heart center. Good, we're going to do 2 more of those. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhale, hinge and fold, soft bend in the knees, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift up, reach up. And exhale, hands to heart center, lifting the chest up into the thumbs. 1 more. Inhale, reach high. Maybe try with your eyes closed as you flow and move, trusting your body. Moving with your breath. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Reach the arms up overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Let's take a grounding breath. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to move into our deep yogi squat. If you were with me on the first chakra, we did this last class. We're going to do it again. So I'm going to turn to face you, but you can stay at the top of your mat. If deep squatting doesn't feel good for your hips or knees, maybe have something ready to sit on just in case. We're going to turn the feet out and heels wide. Bring the hands up to heart center. If you can slowly lower it down, we're going to sit the weight a little bit back into the heels. And then maybe your heels pop up. That's totally fine. We're going to hook the elbows to the insides of the knee, or maybe you sit up on something as high as you need to. That's a-okay. So just like with the first chakra, that's a really nice grounding posture. This also helps us get into the hips for the sacral chakra, the second one here. Just connecting with the base of our spine, to our pelvis, our hips. We'll take a big breath in. And a big breath out. Good. You can release back, leaning back into your hands. And this time we're going to take a seated wide leg forward fold. So you can extend the legs out in front of you, lifting the hips or lifting the shoulders over the hips. You may need to roll up a blanket or a towel or something to sit on. It helps lift your hips a little bit higher for a nice straight spine. Okay. You may also want something in front of you. If you have a big squishy pillow, that's lovely. Or if you do have a yoga block, that's awesome to have in front of you. Take a big breath in, reaching the arms up high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Maybe you're here where you bring the elbows on the block and you rest your head into your hands. Maybe you can come down a little further, just having a place for your head to land. If you're feeling really a lot of tension on the inner part of the knee, just bring your legs in a little bit more narrow. Keep your kneecaps pointing up towards the ceiling. And we're going to just surrender here, just kind of turn our gaze inward, shutting out all the chatter, noise, everything around you. Coming back to the basics of your body, your breath, moving with intention, moving with love. And take a big breath in and a big breath out. And plant your hands down and use your hands to lift your head and chest. Coming out of that, remove the prop if you have it. We're going to tuck the hands underneath the right knee and bring the sole of the right foot to the left inner thigh. Take a big breath in to lengthen. We're going to shift over, so stacking the shoulders and hips over the left leg and then fold down. Just be here for a short time. You can walk the hands out if you have a strap, or if you can grab your foot, you're welcome to do that. You can bend the knee as much as you want, maybe resting the forehead onto the knee. Maybe you're up really high in space and that feels like a good stretch. Just hang out there. Big breath in. Big breath out. Good. We're going to walk back up for a straight spine. Keep the legs in this shape. Take the left hand to the right knee. We're going to reach the right arm over for a nice side body stretch. Maybe spin the chest up towards the ceiling. Big breath in. Big breath out. We're going to take that right hand and swoop it back behind you, fingertips away from you. You're going to come onto the right shin and lift the left arm high. So pressing the hips forward. Good. We'll flow here. Exhale. Bring the left fingertips to the left toes. Tuck the chin and round the spine. 2 more times. We're going to lift up and out. Have some fun with it. Even if it doesn't look exactly like me, whatever you're doing is perfect. I'm going to tuck the chin and round the spine. 1 more time. Lifting up, reaching up. And exhale. Come back down. Inhale. Come back to a neutral spine. I'm going to extend the right leg. Bring the sole of the left foot to the right inner thigh. Lift and lengthen the spine and turn over that straight leg. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold forward. Just meeting your body where it is. Bend that knee. You can grab the foot. You can bend the knee a lot. Also, if it doesn't feel good on that other knee to have it bent so much, you can make an adjustment there. But if you are here folding over that right leg, drop the left shoulder down. You'll feel a nice stretch in the low back. We're not here long, so just drop right in. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, walk your hands back up. Keep your legs in this shape. We're going to take the right hand to the left knee. Lift and lengthen the spine. Left fingertips reach towards the right toes. Spin your chest up towards the ceiling. Full breath. Inhale. Exhale. And reach the left fingertips back behind you. Come onto the left shin and reach the right arm high. Pressing the hips forward. Exhale. Reach the right fingertips to the toes as you bring your hips back down. 2 more times. Inhale, reach high, lift. Exhale, come back down. 1 more inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come back to a neutral spine. You can bend the right knees and plant the sole of the left foot down. We're going to make our way onto our back. So you can grab behind the thighs, tuck the chin, round the spine, clicking down through each vertebra, slowly making our way onto the mat. You can bring the knees into the chest. We're going to take a happy baby, so you can bring the elbows to the insides of the knees. You're going to extend the feet up towards the ceiling. Do your best to keep your sacrum or low back really rooted down. A lot of times the butt likes to lift up. Try not to do that. And ground down through the head. So wherever you can reach, some people can easily grab the pinky edges of the feet. Awesome. You can do that and tuck the knees in towards the armpit. Maybe you grab the inner ankles or pant leg, or maybe the inner part of your foot, whatever feels good. So we're gonna grab on there, and then I like to rock a little side to side, where I'm like just opening up, a little happy baby, feeling a lot of good stuff in the hips and thighs, grounding down the back. Good. Come back to center. We're going to take a spinal twist. We'll take a single leg spinal twist. So grab the right leg and tuck it into the chest, extend the left long. Take that right knee towards the right armpit, big breath in. Exhale, we're going to cross the right knee off the left side of the mat and open up the right shoulder. You can tuck the toes behind the thigh, or maybe straighten the bottom part of that leg if that feels okay. Maybe prop the knee up on something. Wherever you are, big breath in. Big breath out. On your next breath, come back to center. Pull the knees into the chest. Keep the left leg in. Extend the right long. Take the left knee towards the left armpit. Big breath in. Exhale, cross the left knee off the right edge of the mat and open up your shoulder. Same variation you took on the other side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Tuck your knees in, tuck your chin in towards your knees, crunching into a little ball, and exhale, release. Shavasana. Extending the legs, bringing the hands beside the hips, soften your gaze. Take the biggest breath you've taken all class. Inhale. Sigh out the mouth, exhale. You are welcome to stay here as long as you'd like. If you have the time, take it. Shavasana allows us to integrate the movement, the breath, beautiful practice. It allows the affirmations to sink into our being, our subconscious. But if you're ready to start moving, you can gently get some movement into the body. You winkle the fingers and toes, bend the knees. You can roll onto your side and push yourself up, finding a comfortable seat. Lots of length in the spine, lifting the crown of the head towards the ceiling. Inhale, reach the hands up overhead. Bring the hands to heart center. Take a moment to tuck your chin into your body, giving thanks. Just thank yourself for showing up today. Big breath in. Big breath out. Thanks for joining. Namaste.